Welcome to another unboxing. This time it's the Movo shock mount for mounting microphones, field recorders and things on top of your camera. Now I took a chance on this one and it's quite expensive for what it is. It was about £40 on Amazon, and I did see some cheaper ones, but I liked the this looked a bit more solid, but it was impossible to tell from the Amazon description and picture exactly how it does its shock mounting, because on the picture here, I mean, it just looks like it's all made of one material. So I hope this might help a few people that are wondering about a shock mount for their camera and aren't too sure. So we'll give it a good look. It's a universal design and it will mount any microphone or recorder with a 1/4 inch thread. It attaches to most cameras via the standard hot shoe or tripods via the 1/4 inch thread. Let's just go ahead and open that up. So, not happy. Happy. So if you're not happy, you can do that, what it says on there, and if you're happy, you can do that. Okay. So there's a description. I mean, it don't really need a description, do you? Other than it's saying you can take some parts off here, which is worth knowing. Anyway, here we are. Here is the isolation platform, and it's probably still not that obvious, but it's made of two different materials. So here, this is a hard plastic, and so is this. The wheel here, the wheel here is a hard plastic, here and here. But this part here is rubber. So that's where the isolation comes from, just having a rubberized platform on top of your camera. The reason I'm using this is because coming up soon it'll be firework night here in the UK, and I quite like to have the camera on a tripod, and then above it I have a smaller camera doing the video while I'm doing some long exposures, so they're both sort of looking in the same direction anyway. Right, so, I see that there's something to grab any cables there on the side, which is quite useful as well. But that was the main thing I wanted to show you, because you can't really tell from the photo, is it's a rubber mount basically. How effective it is, I don't know yet. So I'll put some links in to the firework night the previous year, where it was just mounted straight onto, I'm going to use this A6000 to demonstrate, where it was mounted straight on with just a little metal adapter, and the noise from the shutter, well, really, it was too much. It was very loud. So I'm hoping that this would just give me enough isolation. Plus, it's going to elevate it a little bit, so I've got more chance of reaching out over the lens, because it's quite a wide angle. Well, I'll show you what I use. I'm going to use this small Sony action cam for my footage, so I get a nice wide field of view. So hopefully with this mounted as well, it will not pick up the edge of the camera even with the tulip on, but we'll wait and see. So like I say, I'll put a video in of how it was when I did it last year, and this November coming I will put in a link. It will be on my Nonsensical Child channel anyway, the video of the fireworks. I'll put that link in as well. So anyway, let's have a go. So it has got a thread underneath as well, so you could actually mount this on its own tripod if you wanted just a little bit of isolation from the ground, which is quite useful. So as it said in that description there, this part unscrews. So in fact that's how I had it really. I had something like this. It didn't have as big screws, and I just mounted it straight on like that. So there we are. So there's quite a nice metal thread there. So I see, there's two different threads, so you can take your pick how you want to mount that. So that's good. So that's nice and versatile. Right, so I'll just screw that back in. I'll mount it on the camera, see what it looks like. Right, so there we go. So yeah, that's one thing. When it does up, this isn't actually square with the unit. But maybe that won't matter because you can clamp down on it. So anyway, let's pop that on there. And it goes. And let's screw one of these towards the camera. Oh right, that's okay. So there's no need to worry about that one being loose, because once you've screwed that up, that's nice and secure. So there's one for towards the camera and one for towards the isolation unit. There we go. And that's reasonably firm now. And then what I'll do, I'll mount that one on there. Actually, it's quite a nice size. So let's just screw that in a little bit first. So in effect, I could have it that far forward if there's going to be a problem. Let me just zoom out a little bit here. So if there is a problem with catching the bottom of the tulip or something when it's, or it'd be interesting to see, this is a zoom lens, how far out I can go without catching it. So obviously that would be the best to try and minimise that. So let's do that up. Apparently it can take those, you know, those large field recorders with the 2 microphones, it can take the weight of those as well. So I wanted a nice versatile unit. In fact, it is fairly free moving, so I've got some hopes of success with this. But as I say, it was quite expensive, £40. So there we are. So that is the Movo isolation platform for any camera with a standard hot shoe. It covers both threads, and it's the smallest thread on the top one here. I don't know if you can adjust that one at all. It doesn't seem like you can. So, but I mean, most cameras use that thread, don't they? The smaller one. So there we are. Thanks for watching. See you next time.